Welcome to Day 4 of the Design Nation Conference. For our final keynote, we would like to introduce Max Fumagalli, a founding team member and head of innovation design at Depop. Depop is a community-driven fashion marketplace where the next generation buy, sell, and get inspired. Max has more than 20 years of experience in user interface, platform design, design management, and creative direction. He also holds deep expertise in iOS, watchOS, and web graphics and design, having worked in different fields from printing to book production, industrial design to design development itself. As a results-oriented design leader with a demonstrated ability to build, grow, and motivate teams of design professionals, Max has a proven ability to translate user needs and business strategies into engaging experiences. In this keynote, we will hear more about his journey with Depop since its founding in 2011. Be sure to stay tuned through Brella for a live Q&A session with this year's conference director and Max in the next couple of days.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. I'm Max Fumagalli, designer at Depop, and I would like just to thanks for the opportunity to speak to you today and be part of your conference. It's an honor for me, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to share with you part of my journey as a designer and founding member at Depop, and part of the Depop history too, of course. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Depop and then later on about myself. So the story about Depop started in 2011 in a small town near Venice. Back in the day, I met Simon Beckman, the founder, the Depop, previous co-founder of Retro Superfuture, Sunglasses, and the Peak magazine, People in Groove. So he came in this place was a campus, was a place where people can go with an idea and try to develop a product. So he came to me and to this company, with an idea to create like a social marketplace. He got everything in his mind, but the problem was like we need to create, realize this idea. So he convinced me with one single sentence. He said to me, I would like to create something that is going to be eBay. Of course, we didn't. But that sentence was crazy enough to convince me to jump in this product. And remember what I said. Simon was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Shall we start today or tomorrow or something like that? So again, and everything exploded in our mind. So we start with a team of 3 people, Sam Beckman, myself, and a US developer. Then literally our office was a desk with MacBook and a monitor, and that's it. Until we grew a little bit, so we hired a couple of more people, backend developer and project managers. So we first investor, tiny investor, give us a chance to have a properly office. So the shed you can see, cabin, whatever you want to call in the photo. This was the first Depop office, again, in an amazing place. I think about your campus, university campus, that was the reality. So a briefly timeline. So the Depop story started in 2011. Year by year, we worked very hard to achieve one of our goals. You know, when you start smaller, like as we start, you put yourself, you discover yourself some goal. One of the first goals was like, we would like to have 1 million users in our platform. And again, if I think about that moment, it was like a crazy dream. But then we achieved. In 2014, after we moved to London, we achieved the first 1 million active user in Depop. So we moved from Venice to London to follow one of the suggestions from one of our investors. So at some point they came to us and said, guys, you have to move in another place, you need to think about international market. On the table there are two choices. One is London, where there is like an amazing tech lab around the Shoreditch area, or the second choice is San Francisco. Of course, I'm on myself and I as developer say, yeah, let's go to San Francisco. We are close to the Silicon Valley, where everything was born, and it's a better solution. But at some point, we face the reality. To move there, we need to invest a lot of money in the beginning, create a US company, and start hiring people there. And we were not big enough to take this challenge. So we decided to move to London, close to Milan, where I come from, an hour and a half flight. And for me, the first challenge, to be honest with you, was the language, because I didn't study English in school, and for me was really a game changer. But you know what? I say I accept many challenges in my life, and this is huge. Let's do it. So forget about everything, study a little bit English, and try to express yourself and try to work with other people. So of course Simon and Nabil Crady, the co-founder, helped me a lot in the beginning. So in this next slide you can see the first 4 or 5 screen of Depop, and actually the original name, the first name of Depop was a garage, because the meaning was the garage sale. But then again, we face another reality. We can't literally, you can't trademark the word garage. It was impossible. So we changed it to Depop. In the next slide, you can see something maybe today sound a little bit funny, but that was our Trello board. Before everything, before Asana, before Trello, before Confluence and Kanban and etc., that was the only way for us to create to close the loop, to create a user experience, to connect the screen, to connect ideas. And you can see the sticky note, the post-it note, and there were the comment, and maybe saying, you designed this, but we need to change it in this way, on that way, and we need to connect in this between these two screens. There's something missing. So actually, it was our let's say Trello board. Then another step was when we decided to create a reality in the US. So we opened, Simon and I, the first Depop office in New York. It was literally a small place, very close with the Fifth Avenue, if I remember. No, sorry, the First Avenue. Again, you can see in the picture, it's like a shop, because since the beginning, our idea was to translate in real life experience in a digital world. So again, say, why not? Why would be amazing to have an office like a proper shop with a windows on the street and something like that. That was very nice, because we receive, of course, some people to the office with some questions like, what are you doing, guys? Who are you? And blah, blah, came to us. And one of our neighbors was literally a New York Times journalist. So he interviewed us, but we didn't know back in the day. He just asked some questions, and it was funny, because we started chatting with him, and the result was like a small interview on the New York Times, and we were proud. Today, that team, based on 3 people, is almost a team based on 300 people. So we grow a lot. We grew a lot last year during the pandemic, and now we got more than 25 million users in the platform, and we continue growing day by day. So again, 2014, 1 million, 2020, more than 25. It sounds crazy, and for me, it's amazing at the same time. And sometimes I can't believe it. Then we got a lot of people that believe in us and believe in our idea. They continue to use the product because seller they start using Depop 5 years ago, and they're still there. They're still in the platform. They support us with some idea and other thing. But let's move a little bit from Depop to myself, to my experience. So, as I said in the beginning, I'm Italian. I'm from Milan, and my background is industrial design. I say easy and was because today I continue dreaming to design something. So one of my passion, for example, is playing with Lego. Maybe because I miss something. So I would like to build something for real, not because Depop is not real, but it's digital, it's an app, something. Again, studied industrial design, and I touch many areas on design. I work as a graphic designer, product designer, then web designer. I start touching the first multimedia thing with you guys too young to remember this. CD-ROM encyclopedia, or the multimedia CD, multimedia DVD, again, games and software, etc., etc., etc. I follow all this apart because I try to be curious all the time. So I never stop learning. This is another thing I really, really recommend you. Don't stop learning. Maybe at some point you find yourself in a situation that you can say, yeah, I'm arrived, I got a lot of experience. Go ahead. Don't stop learning. Don't stop being curious. Challenge yourself in understand maybe a little bit more. When we moved to London and we start this adventure, for example, as a designer, I was like, literally, I got experience, was like an experienced designer. But then at some point, I found myself in this situation that, you know what, I would like to understand a little bit more what this developer are doing with my design. So I start to ask some questions. I start learning a little bit. And for me, it was amazing because literally I understand how this app was born in terms of coding and design, and thinking about, okay, I can really build this UI or solution, or I'm going to affect my devs, my development team, because you need to find a balance. The first thing I did when I came back from a break I take on in Depop in 2016, when the company called me back again to drive the design team, and actually to create a proper design team, was one of my requests was to open this design team. So was to open to the entire company, and also to our devs team. So today sound maybe naive or sound simple, but back in the day it was not simple. So we literally worked like designer doing his job, and then move to developer, move to the table done, and that's it. There was no like interaction between these two roles. Then I opened, and of course it was a very tough for myself, because when you open yourself to receive feedback, sometimes the feedback are not good, or they are not the nice feedback you would like to receive. But that was amazing. Actually, I pushed a lot of people around me to say, you know what, the good feedback is fine, but pause and hold that feedback. I need to know if you got like, let's say, the bad feedback, because the bad feedback or the not nice feedback give me a chance to review my work, maybe to review what I got in mind in terms of feature or user flow. So again, give me some trouble to think about. If it's not, I'm fine, because okay, we work very well. But again, was literally amazing. Another thing I literally start doing more often was take care of the user experience. And we start meet some people, we start invite user, and we are doing this, we're still doing this today. We user in our office, finally we got like a real office in London, but again, and I start interview these people before this new user research mode, and then we go to I started to review them, ask some questions, not only related to Depop, but how they behave in the real world. And I started understanding what I really loved was design for them, make their life easier. Making the situation that literally what they have to do is tap an icon to open up, maybe tap another icon to list an item or buy an item, and that's it. Since the beginning, my dream was like design and create something that don't require an explanation. Maybe you just need to understand what is Depop, but that's it. So this is something then we struggle today, because if you think about today, every time you decide to buy a new TV, you got the first challenge for you is the nightmare around a remote control of your TV. Now sometimes they're like a launch control console. They got like a lot of interaction button. Today there's a remote control with literally a joypad or something like that. And maybe it's exciting for the first moment, then you start reading, you're going upset. And after a month, you realize what you really need from a remote control is just volume up and down, change the button, then give you a chance to change the channel, maybe to swap between TV to Netflix or Amazon Video, etc. And that's it. So you want to make your life easier because you want to take a break. For me, the Depop experience was like take a break from your real life. And later on, I can show you how this Depop project affects some people in a good way, to be honest. Then again, life as a designer it was amazing. It is amazing too. I really love talk with people and connect with different mind, share ideas, receive ideas from users, something like that. That was amazing until 2019. 2020, I remember with Simon, we were in San Francisco in March to attend a conference and start like a round trip around some companies. So we've been in Google to meet some people there, and Apple, and then Pinterest and etc. But then after two days, we figured out there was something was going on the world. And then we start to see, face the reality. The pandemic started, the office started to shut down. And literally for us was crazy because we see company like Apple literally close the office. We went to Google on their last day in the office in a Mountain View. So again, it's like during the blackout when you walk in the middle of the street and you see this light going off very fast. So by one, all offices. We receive a mail with apology or something similar, and then we say, okay, something big it's happened. So we know we read the newspaper, but the last thing I imagined was the problem we have to face after back to London. Landed to London 10 days later, and come to the office, and we start talking about remote working. I say, what's going on, guys? Yeah, this is a huge problem, and we need to face the reality. We need to start thinking about move everyone from the office to a remote location, because we can't be together anymore for maybe a month, maybe two, maybe three. No one start talking about here. And I remember the first reaction from our colleagues, my colleagues and employees. And some point was like, oh yeah, amazing. Yeah, finally I can working from home. I can save some money because I don't have to use the tube or the subway or the train anymore. I don't have to maybe call Uber to go back to home if I work until late. I can literally finally go back and hit healthy, go my time. Some my colleagues with kids say, yeah, finally can share different moment of the day with my kids because it's something I really miss. I mean, it was like Christmas for some people, like a little Christmas every day for month and month and month. This was something beautiful. But then we start, again, I repeat myself, face the reality. After 2 or 3 months, the people start being affected of this remote working. Literally, back in the day, it was easy because if you need to have a chat with someone, you just need to look at that person, maybe ask if or she want to have a coffee with you, have a walk outside the office, or have a moment to talk, maybe jump in a briefly a whiteboard section to deal and to try to deal with some and solve some issues. That was the life. Then we have to start thinking about, okay, if I need you, I need to send you a message on Slack or the chat. Then I need to organize an event and book sometimes in your calendar, book half an hour with Zoom, see if you can be present. Then was too long and people start be connected only by Slack and Zoom. So the webcam, the experience I try to live today, and believe me, it's very weird for me, but I really, really love talk in a real life and see your face and see your reaction, and maybe see if you are interested in what I'm going to tell you, instead just to watch my face and the camera and maybe look around and read some note. But again, people start realize that was not like a month break, was not a 2-month break, was literally a year's break. Personally, my experience was very bad. As I said, I love talk with people. I love create interaction with my team, with the designer, and I felt myself alone. No one was ready, to be honest, to work remotely in this way. It's like if you're training yourself to do 100 meter or 200 meter, and then at the day of the race, you find a surprise. Your coach put you in the marathon, and then you are not ready to run a marathon because your training, your 6-month training was around run max 200 meter. And then you need to run a marathon without any knowledge, just yourself, just learn every day how you can make their life easy, how we can connect a little bit more. It's easy to say, yeah, you know what, you can call me by phone, you can call me by Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, whatever you want to use. But again, it's not the same as if I invite you to have a walk outside the office or in the park just to talk about everything. So all designers were affected. And we try to do our best. Literally, we did the 3 design sprint, for example, completely remotely. The first was a little bit a mess. We tried to use different tools to create like a virtual board, collect feedbacks, maybe doing some recording. I remember as head of design, I literally I had to follow 2 different design sprint at the same moment. So I go one Zoom call on my Mac and another one on my iPad, and I try to deal and follow everything because I have to support this to team. Again, this was nice. We survived, as you can imagine, but then we start see the sad part of the remote working. In one of the conference I attended, there was someone, and I think she's the design director of Lyft, but she says something interesting, and I want to pick back. So we start to see the long goodbye, and the long goodbye in Depop was seeing people leaving company. Leaving our company is fine, every month, every year, you maybe as a person you want to change your life, but then the heartbreaking was see people leaving your team, leaving your company, see people then spend 2 or 3 years with you leaving without having a chance to say them goodbye or spend some word, because we are remote. Yeah, of course you can call them, but was not the same. Was not like have a drink and maybe laughing for the last time and have a drink together or have like a lunch together. That was very very bad moment. And actually, in our design team, I see 2 good designers leave the company because at some point they need to change. You find people, they say, you know what, I'm excited to try something new. I need a change. I would like, maybe some people say to me, I want to move to be closer to my family, because literally I see my parent in real life a year and a half ago. I moved to London, but my parents live in Lisbon, and I want to go there, but I can't if I still working here. Again, that was the very hard that part. But as I say many times, it is what it is. This is our life, and I hope, I really hope, then in 2 or 3 months' time, when the entire world receive a vaccine, we can go back to the normal life, the life really I love. And maybe if you are happy, we can see each other next year in the next your conference in 2022. Let me share. We go back to the deck and just close a little bit this chapter related myself with a nice sentence. I think I stole this sentence from someone, but when I say stole, I really love this sentence, and it's part of my background, is part of myself. So good design is about understanding the details. You need to understand the user experience. You can design the best, amazing user interface ever, the beautiful one, but you need to remember that your people, your user, going to use your product. So again, they need to open this beautiful packaging and they need to start using your product. So again, details. I wanted to share a couple of actually 4 photos. This on the left side, you can see myself and Simon. This was March 2013. Let's call the first Depop office in London. Literally was a co-working space, and we got like 2 desks. And this is it. We put like the headphone just because it was very crowded, that place, and sometimes literally we took each other by mic just to listen a little bit more what we want to say, and for another reason, to be honest with you, sometimes we find ourselves speaking Italian, and at some point say we need to be quiet because it's bad for other colleagues because they don't understand our language. So it seems like if we spy them or something like that. So again, from that 2013 to one of our latest Christmas party, I think was 2018. We follow some idea around you need to dress something from movies, and I think this is, if I remember, was we choose a Notting Hill movie, but I'm not sure at the moment. two beautiful photos. Again, myself with Simon, 2019, I think, one of the latest photos we took together, and the three of us, Simon, myself, Nabil Kredi, iOS developer, amazing guy, great mind, not only amazing developer, but literally, I can call Nabil an amazing UX designer. And we took this picture in 2017 when we were in California to attend the WWDC, and this is the famous garden in Cupertino, because we dream to be in that place one day, and we found ourselves in the right situation then. Yeah, we achieved something. So maybe we can close down our project tomorrow, but we achieved something. We moved from 0 user to, again, more than 20 million in 2017. So again, we are proud and we are happy. But let me close this video, and I hope it's not tedious for you. Present you 4 sellers, and I choose. We got a lot of we call pro seller, super seller, super people, because they build something thanks to our product, and I choose 4 of them for different reasons. So I want to tell you a little bit more about Bella McFadden. I hope the pronunciation is correct. 24 years old. She's become the first ever seller to earn more than $1 million in Depop. She is amazing, and super creative. She built, let's say, this empire from their bedroom. So she got like employees now, friends. Literally, she's a superstar in Depop. Then we got Kevin Rosa. We moved from a super seller with a lot of people, with a super creative person. He's an artist, so he starts selling Depop some pair of jeans with drawing some Cartoon Network characters, and we arrived to support him, to support Kevin, to create and open his first exhibition in partnership with Cartoon Network I remember in Miami 3 years ago. Was a very an amazing moment, because again, one of the Depop seller give a chance to have this exhibition with his name on it. The latest 2 sellers, Tiana Jones. She started selling on Depop vintage clothes and vintage sunglasses. At the end, she joined us as a Depop employee. She take care for many years our social platform. She take care of our Instagram account. She constantly support our seller community, and she built something thanks to Depop and thanks to our support. Now she create her own company, and based what I know, she's a global business now. She's a very amazing woman, and I'm proud to be part of her life. And the latest one is Hook, one of our best sneaker collector we got here in UK. He sell more than 1,200 pair of sneaker. 22 years old, maybe 23 now. He make almost 45,000 pounds every year at Depop. Again, why I showed this 4 seller? They are like a small group, but these people literally build something thanks to our product, and I'm proud of that. I'm a designer. I'm naive. I can say, and I hope you don't take this message in the wrong way. I don't care about the money they make. I care about the life they make. I care about the brand that they create. Internet Girl, Tiana Jones created Christiana Jones brand. They did something, and I'm proud because we help them. and help them with this product. So literally, I'm super happy. I would like to close this chat with you guys, actually, my video, with something then you have to remember, if I can suggest you. I won't give up until the word end is written. Don't give up your idea. Don't give up with your dream. Try to follow them. Try to find time, maybe outside your journey, outside your time you have to spend at the school, time you have to spend to your day job or something like that. Try to see if there's something that you really, really love. Try to find time to take care of that gift you got inside you. I hope I can see you next year in real life, and I'm just to say ciao. Have a great day. Bye.